Many thanks to everyone that sent cards, well wishes, and prayers during my surgery and afterwards. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. Hi everyone, I'm Dottie, Stitching Scotty, and this is a video about counted cross stitch. This is Flosstube number 110. Today is Saturday, January the 14th, 2023, my first Flosstube in 2023. I'm sorry I've been absent for quite a while, but I've had surgery on the vertebrae in my neck, and I'm doing quite well, and I've got to where now I have just a little bit more movement so I can make this video. So anyway, I decided what better way to do, since I've not been doing much stitching, is a WIP parade, and everybody's been dying to see a WIP parade, so here we go. And I'm going to do it in several parts because I have a lot of WIPs. All right, first of all, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I want to thank those that have just dropped by, and I don't usually look like this. I usually look a little bit better, but I have to wear this collar for a while. But thank you. I hope you hit the like and the subscribe button and share it with your friends. And join me again, because I stitch all kinds of things. This is just a small portion of what I'm stitching. This is part 1 of volume 110, Flosstube 110. Okay, first of all, I have Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is Jolly Happy Soul. Okay, I just fell in love with this. I love snowmen, but I'm not real big on stitching snowmen. I don't know why, but there you go. But anyway, I have a lot of natural count linen. So I started, and I'm doing 2 strands over 2. And this is what I've got done so far. And so I really enjoy stitching this. Now, I will say I'm you know, fairly happy with my white. And the reason is, and I've heard a lot of people talk about this recently, is because I stitch to the left of a vertical thread. And if you'll watch Jean Farish's Stitching Over to Flosstube, you will, it's like a tutorial, and it tells all about how to stitch on linen, if you've ever wondered how to stitch on linen. I learned this first in Embroiders Guild of America, or EGA, but be sure and watch Jean's video. It's very good. She's a very knowledgeable needleworker and designer, so you know, this will help your stitches look better. It really will. It just is the way the fabric's woven and everything, and it doesn't matter if they're thick or thin. You know, they just seem to look more uniform and a lot more even. Okay, now you'll just have to bear with me because I have limited movement. Okay, the next thing, there you go. I do not have a picture for, because this was a free chart courtesy of Just Another Button Company, as long as you bought the buttons. And I used to be a sucker for those because it was almost like a mystery sampler. And so I bought the, wow, this really is old. I bought the buttons, and here they are. Cute. And it uses, they wanted you to do it on 30 count R&R Friendship Blue linen. And I didn't have availability to any of that back then. The design's 72 by 72, so it's going to probably be about 4 or 5 inches, you know, 4.5 by 5 inches. And I'm just going to show you a quick of what it's going to look like, because you can't tell. I just have this blob. And I apologize for not ironing, but that's not in my thing of things I'm supposed to do. So anyway, this is 2 strands over 2, and I am on some kind of blue, as you can tell, but it was in my stash. This is not Friendship Blue, and it's not 30 count, it's 28 count. And I think it's like maybe a Witched or something. So, but anyway, that's what I've got, and so there you go. So needless to say, I need to stitch a lot more on him. Oh dear. That's not going to be good. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right. The next thing, we have a theme here. It's all about snowmen. Is the Annie B's Folk Art. This is called You Melt My Heart. And this was an exclusive, and it was out last at the Needlework Expo. And this is on 32 count hand-dyed linen by Southern Stitchers Co. And I used 2 strands of floss over 2 linen threads. And she was very nice. She denoted that you needed 2 skeins of white, which she included with the kit. And it's called Winter's Night is the color. And this is what I've got done on this. It's a lot of white stitching today. So, but yeah, I like to stitch on these when it snows, and I live in the South. It doesn't snow very much, but it's 2 over 2, Winter's Night, but Annie B's Folk Art. This was really cute. I'll be glad when I get to some color on that. Okay, and you also get another pattern with that, if I'm not mistaken. I may be mistaken. Let me look. Or not. Oh, she had it doing a tree, one of the trees. And so you could do that out of the pattern. Okay, the next thing, I started a SAL, or a stitch along with, for Leanne in Lost and Floss, and because she wanted to start that. And this is called Look Out at That Storm, Listen to the Fireplace Roar. Baby, it's cold outside. And because again, yet it was snow and gloomy, and then all of a sudden spring came, I was like, not going to stitch this. This is on a piece of natural linen, 28 count. And this is what I've got done on this. So I've got a good start on this. I need to work on it some more. They had said the model was stitched on 36 count L, but of course I wasn't stitching on 36 count then. But this is really, really nice. And one of these days I'm going to get this finished. I really will. Okay. All right. And I'll be back in just a moment with more. Hi again. Okay, I've got set up again. So next I also have Kringles, and this is from Little House Needleworks, and I'm going to do it just as pictured. I've decided not to change my name or put my name on the store or anything, because Kringles just is so much more Christmassy. So anyway, this is done on 30 count Parisian gray from Access Commodities, and it's going to be about 12 3/4 by 15 3/8. So it's a big one. And I need to work on this one some more, of course. I need to work on all of them some more. But this is probably going to be one of my WIP Go pieces again. And this is, well, I say probably, it is. And this is how much I have done. I've just kind of just been going slow and easy. And then I've squirreled off onto some other things. But I'm using the Call for threads, even the Envers de Soie, and the Classic Colorworks and the DMCs. And I'm stitching 2 strands over 2. So hopefully I can get the 3rd floor brickwork done and then start on the rooms. That would be nice. All right. And this is 30 count Parisian gray by Access Commodities, which is what they call for. And I really liked the colors. I liked everything about the pattern. So that was good. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay. All right, next we have Merry Christmas from Cottage Garden Samplings. I love this pattern. And I got Blue Jay to do it on, and it uses Weeks Dye Works, and it's they had it done on a 40 count, but I didn't choose that. I picked a 32 count. Excuse me. And I'm using all the Call for threads, and this is all I have done on this one. It's 2 strands over 2. I like how the white really shows up on that. It looks so, so pretty. And this is really going to be a fun thing to stitch. I've enjoyed what little bit I've done. Hopefully I'll get to do some more soon, you know, because, yeah, I'm trying to behave. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. Next, we have Candy Cane Wishes by Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And I'm doing it to fit on the little paper mache box, which I already have. And this is on 40 count water lily. And see, we're back to snowmen again. I've stitched a lot of white lately. And this is 1 strand over 2 threads. Isn't he cute? He's going to be so adorable. So, this was my first or second attempt on 40 count. And it's not bad. Your eyes just have to get used to it. And you need a lot of light. So, and good glasses. So, yeah. But I'm enjoying the colors now. So, that's a good thing. All right. Next is a big one. And this was a stitch along at my local needlework shop. And it was from Country Cottage Needleworks, and this was the Snow Village. And I started out with number 1, did real well. And there's a Snow Boutique. Is that the one I'm stitching on? Yes, it is. Okay, good. This one is on the called for 32 count Country French Rain linen, and it's a Witchelt. Okay. There's 9 different designs, and I won't show them all because you won't see them all because I've only done 2. And this is my progress so far. My goal was to do 1 a month when I started, and that didn't happen. Now I'm waiting to do the back stitch in the Snow Village until the end, so I don't stretch it when I put it on my Q-snaps or embroidery hook. This is 2 strands over 2 on 32 count. So this one's going to take me a while. So I'm going to be stitching a lot of snow. You can tell I like things with snow. And I live in the South. Yeah. But I don't like cold weather much, except at Christmas. So anyway. All right. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back again. Okay, today, or right now, I'm doing the Heart and Hand, Square Dance, and it's the series. I got hung up on series there for a while, and it's on Vintage Country Mocha 32 count, and I've got January through August. And I just need to do September. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with January. And I'm going to go along February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. Now I've got to do September through December. Maybe I'll get this done this year. We can hope so. It's 32 count over 2 over 2. I have big plans this year. Can you tell? Okay, I'm just going to put that down. And I'm using all the call for threads. They used Classic Colorworks and Weeks Dye Works on this one. And there's all kinds of cute little buttons that you sew on. And I'm going to sew all those at the end. And this is September, the red one that I need to start next. And so hopefully I'll get that done soon. The next series I decided to do was Hands-On Design, A Year of Celebrations. Now this is the first one that came out. I am not buying the second one until I get the first one done, if I do. And I've got all of these done down to May, and I was surprised at how close it is to being done. So let's see. Okay, here's May right here. This one right here. I'm sorry it's so small. And this is what I have done. Look at that. And I just threw it down and started something else. Okay, so it's 2 strands over 2. And I'm using raw Belfast linen, 32 count, and all the call for threads. I'm not good with colors, and that's why I use most of the call for threads most of the time, because it's just easier to do and to kit up, and then I can't make my mind up about what I want to stitch and all that. The next one I'm doing is Country Cottage Needleworks. And this one's the March. I've got January and February done and FFO'd or finally finished. And this is what I have done on this one. And these are beautiful beige. 28 count. And I'm using most all the call for colors on this one. And they're classic color works. Yes, I'm using all the call for colors on this one. And that's as far as I got with that series that year. So hopefully I can get one or two of these done this year. That would be really, really nice. But it's beautiful beige, because that was very, very popular. And I have all the patterns, all the linens ready to go. All right, and the next one was gifted to me by a viewer, and thank you so, so much. I'm still not give up on it. I love this one. This is called the Cricut Collections Autumn. And when I see everybody's, I've seen a lot of these on Flosstube lately, and I'm just like, oh, I need to work on mine. So I've got my little Scotty bag, and I've got my thread floss in there, and I started this at StitchCon last year, and this is You in Autumn, and then I've got the pumpkin. So I will be working on this some more. I have a piece of, I think it's, I don't know if it's Lugana or Jobulin, but anyway, I've got a piece of that, and it's a beige kind of color, and I just thought it would look really good on this. It's 28 count, so I'm excited to get this one done. Can you tell? Yeah. Okay. Be back in a moment. I'm back again with this one. Okay, now we're going on to samplers, because like I said, I stitch a lot of everything. You know, a little bit of everything, I mean. This is called Mary Clayton, and it's an English schoolgirl sampler, and it's Hands Across the Sea sampler. And when I saw this one, I said, now that one's not too bad. I think I can do this. This is my first Hands Across the Sea sampler that I started. And I'm using the DMCs that she gave in the DMC conversion, Nicola Parkman. And this is on 32 count Winter Brew R&R fabric. And this is my progress, or lack of progress. Because I haven't touched this in a long time, and several people have been asking about it, and my friend Rhonda has already finished hers, and she's gotten it framed, and it's beautiful. She showed it on Instagram, or maybe it was Facebook, I'm not sure, but anyway, it was just beautiful, and I loved it. So now it's got me inspired to start stitching this one again. This is 2 strands over 2, and I'm using, like I said, all the call for linen threads. So, and these samplers are just so pretty, so pretty. And I don't know what drew me to this one except for the house. I like to stitch houses, so yeah. Okay, so anyway, that's that. Then the one that I'm so surprised I have not finished is the Coming to America, the Women of the Mayflower sampler. My boat has been stuck on a sandbar for the longest stinking time, and then I couldn't find it, so that's why I didn't work on it. But this is my poor little battered first page. I ordered the entire kit from Brenda Gervais, or from the shop, so I'm using all the call for threads, and I'm doing mine on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha. And this is how much I have done. So I started off with the seagulls, and I was about seagulled out. So I kind of stopped on that, and then I went over to the flag and the anchor and stuff, and then I got on the ship, and now I've got the waves. So anyway, I'm doing the border along as I go, because I don't like doing the border all at one time. I'll stitch a little bit on the design and stitch a little bit on the border. I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. And hopefully I will get this ship sailing again. Because so many people have finished theirs and they're so beautiful. And I'm like, oh, I need to work on that. I need to work on that. So evidently I'm a better shopper than I am a stitcher. But, you know, everything is just so pretty, and you just think, oh, I want to do this. I can do this for this one. I can do that for that one. And this was my first thing on 36 count, and it's really not that bad. It's really not. So, you know, I've stitched on 32 count, and then I moved up to 36 count, and then 40 count. So, yeah. All right. Then I went to the attic. And, you know, everybody that goes to the attic, they have to do 56 count. And lo and behold, I saw this red sampler on 56 count, and I was amazed at how beautiful it was. So I was like, oh, got to stitch something in red. So, and I didn't think I would ever do that. But the Emily Ann Foster, she is so, 1892, she is just so cute, done on 56 count. So I had never stitched with Alvera Soie 100.3, so I got the red, which is number 499. Okay, and I stitched it on I'm stitching it on Seraphim Chai 56 count, and this is my progress. And I'm just ashamed I have not done any more, because I really have enjoyed doing this. And when I've been stitching on it, it's been like, well, this is not too bad. This is not too bad. Now, I do stitch on it during the daylight, but I have stitched on it at night some with a good light. So, and I'm using 1 strand of thread over, 1 strand of floss over 2 threads on 56 count. But it's just beautiful, and so I can't wait to get this one done. It's just so dainty and, you know, cute. So yes, so that's definitely going to be something on my stitching for this year. So that'll be lots and lots of fun, and I keep it in this special bag that my daughter Jeanette made me, Stitching Scotty, because that's my Flosstube name and my Instagram name. And she made that and made me a cute shirt and some stickers and things. So, thank you. All right. And then next, I went to StitchCon. And, of course, when you go to StitchCon, you got to get the commemorative pattern. So, I got that. And I got it autographed by Sue Hillis. See? And let me hold it up longer, because I constantly am annoyed when people don't hold their stuff up long enough. But I thought, wouldn't this be just horrible if I didn't have this finished before StitchCon when I go back? So this one is on 40 count. Yeah, it is. Well, it doesn't say. It looks like a vintage country mocha, but it's a 40 count. And for some reason, I don't seem to have the piece of paper in here that tells what it is either. And I'm using DMC floss, and that's all I have done. And I will be working on this. All right. Okay. And it's 1 strand over 1 thread over, goodness, 1 strand of floss over 2 threads. Goodness. Okay, I apologize for this video being so disjointed, but I'd had so many people ask me when I was going to do another video. So I thought I would come back and do one, and I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to be good. And these are not all my WIPs, so there will be another part or 2 or 3, who knows. But this is about all I can do right now. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and y'all stitch some for me, because I have to stitch holding things up here. And I don't stitch very long at a time, but I'm enjoying stitching, and I'm just thankful. So y'all have a great day, and until the next Flosstube, bye-bye.